Hi guys, Creative Lori here. Welcome everyone. If you're new to my channel, I am a home stager and I have taken a little break from decor, but I've gotten back into it. I never not decorated, but I never recorded it because I just didn't have time. But I'm back on, recording. And if you're new to my channel, I have a ton of playlists you can look at to see what I've done as far as the challenges, which is about what I'm going to be doing right now with a fall coffee bar beverage center hosted by Kimberly Davis and Kenya, and their descriptions and their names will be in the description box, but their names are A Blessed House or Home with Kimberly Davis and Kenya's Decor Corner. I've done quite a few challenges with them before in the years past, but I did take quite a big break from doing anything, to be quite honest. I had so much going on, but I never stopped decorating, so you never really got to see my videos. But here it all is. It's all laid out. And we're just going to make this area pretty. I always had this area. I do decorate it for every season, whether or not you have seen it. But I have decluttered quite a bit in my home. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you go watch this video and Kenya's and Kimberly's and everyone else that's in the playlist, which I will link the playlist down below as well in the description box. But this is really just a practical fall beverage bar for me. So all through the pandemic, no one really came over except for my dad, and we were really careful with my dad. Him being elderly, and I just didn't want anything to happen to him, but it got to be where I was very isolated and he was very isolated, so we felt comfortable being around each other. So he would come over and we would have coffee, tea, lunch, dinner, breakfast, what have you. And this was always one of the areas that we liked to use. And so he has full reign of my whole home, but this is an area where he can easily whip up some coffee, tea, or whatever. I will start over here. This is a Cuisinart coffee grinder, and I got that for free actually from his neighbor, and I don't know if it was his or what, but it's really great. It is a little cumbersome, not as user friendly as my old coffee maker, but I do like that it has the grinder on top, which the other one I had originally had a grinder. It was from Italy. Then I bought just a cheap one from Walmart, but I like that this had the grinder because I do get beans every now and then. And I love that it's an insulated pot. And right now I just brewed a cup or a thing of coffee, and it's hot. It'll stay hot for 10 hours, maybe 12. I mean, it's been even warm the next day. It's really a great thing. And then what I do is I usually take the top off, let it cool, and I put it in the refrigerator for our spring and summer because it's so hot here. And honestly, it's still hot during the fall season. But for me it's cool down. It's only 88 today, I think, and I put on a sweater, and it's all what you're used to. But I have all this decor laying about, and I typically use all of this, but I already topped off everything, so you didn't have to watch me put it all together. So I have these little mason jars that I got from the 99-cent store years ago. So I have my coffee in here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Next thing is I have loose tea. It's hibiscus, my favorite tea of all time. I've been drinking it since I was a kid. I get it from the 99-cent store also, sometimes Amazon. And yeah, that's my favorite tea. Putting it up there. I did get this from Ross in the garden section during springtime about 4, maybe 5 years ago, but they do still sell them. And then this little Bourbon Street magnet, oops, is my mom and dad brought it back, or my sister and dad brought it back on a trip back to New Orleans where my dad's from without me, so he brought that back, and it's just a Bourbon Street magnet. I always keep it there. I just kind of like it. All right, so the other things, so we're kind of decorating together. This is sugar. Now I want to say the one thing that I did change on these little jars is I used to have like these little tags on them, chalkboard tags, but I found them to get in the way, and no one's really coming over where it's just not feasible. So I filled this up with cane sugar, which I also get from the 99-cent store, or you can get it from the Dollar Tree, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hold on. I'm doing this with one hand. I think it's 2 pounds. Oh, it's 4. Okay, this one I think I got from Walmart, but they normally sell the 2-pound. No, I got this from Grocery Outlet, but they normally sell this in 2 pounds at the Dollar Tree and 99-cent store. Now it's just less processed than the white sugar, but it's still processed. It has a process that it goes through. So then I have these chocolate shavings from William and Sonoma, and that is from a client. She gets them for me every single year. I just can't finish it, but it is excellent. If you want like a little bit of sugar, a little chocolate in your coffee, there you go. Let's see, maybe I'll push this to the side. So those are like my condiments. And then more condiments are that I have. This is nutmeg in my salt and pepper shaker. They're little owls. The nutmeg I'm still short on. It's really hard to find nutmeg, ground up nutmeg at a decent price through Amazon. Wherever you go, it's harder for me to get. So I use it sparingly, but I do love it in my coffee. And then of course I have a ton of cinnamon in here. So because these are so small, I do use ball jar risers, like the vintage ones, as risers. So I just put them in there, and I put my nutmeg. I'm going to put nutmeg here, and then I put the cinnamon there so I can grab a hold of it. And then I topped off, I had some trail mix. I did add a little more walnuts to it, and yeah, I think that's all that I added, but it has cranberries, walnuts, raw almonds, raw pumpkin seeds, raisins, golden raisins, a multitude. So I filled that up. Why I'm putting this here, you're probably asking. So culturally, a lot of countries have tea in the middle of the day, most of the world actually. And here we have coffee maybe for a little pick-me-up. But recently I've been watching some Turkish videos, and they were drinking their loose tea with some dried fruit, having dried fruit with it. I recently tried that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's an amazing combination. So I always have these in the jar, but I'm like, no, now I'm going to have it with my coffee. So, or tea, I should say. That's going at the bottom. I guess I should space it out a little bit better. Okay, now I have the decor to contend with. I have all these pumpkins, and I'll link the videos at the end of the video where I redid the Dollar Tree pumpkins, all of these, and I'll show you what I did. But for now, I just want to decorate. So I got these from Target. Sorry for the noise. They're just like earthenware and cream, and I have a lot of cream in my kitchen. So this is great if you make a little creamer when you have a guest, which I haven't had in a while. And then I have dried cream in here, not the healthiest, but it's what I had. So I'm just going to put these also on little lid risers. Okay, and what I add to use, like my sugar, my cocoa, my coffee, I get it out with these little wooden spoons. I got these at on I think Amazon, and I use them constantly. And if you have been around since I've been around, which has been a few years, I have cats, but I recently put up a barn door so they can't get into this area when I'm not around. So it's been great. So I can have things out like this. Okay, so last thing I want to say is I did get for my birthday, I asked for this. It was $7.99 on Amazon. And you can froth your cream. This is the name. And it's really pretty user friendly. And it really froths your cream nicely. If it's like real milk, it will be a lot frothier, but I do use almond or coconut milk. Sometimes if I use like whole fat, like coconut milk, it will froth up like whole milk, and it's really nice. And it has other attachments, so you can blend eggs, but really you can just do like one egg at a time, and that's the capability of it. But for $7.99 it's a great deal, and it's a game changer in my coffee. So you can see I like to mix metals and wood. I like more of the rustic look. I have all my little pumpkins here and cutting boards. I move my cutting boards around all the time, but this area I like to keep free. For my tenants, I have tenants that live here, and for myself, sometimes we put a toaster oven there when we're doing a pizza. So I'm just going to decorate this area, and I'll show you what I end up doing. All right, so as you can see, I didn't use all the pumpkins, but it's a fair amount over here, and I think that looks nice. Now let's clear these pumpkins and take and place these cutting boards, which I got from the thrift store. All right, that's it. This is how I cleared off the rest of the area over here, just the cutting boards. They move around, but I like how this one covers the outlet and my piggy kind of overlapping. And then my cutting board, I just have all my coffee and teas and dried fruits and condiments for it, and creamer and spoons for it, and then a little bit of decor. So when I brew my coffee, it doesn't impede that. And I've got my little mixer back there. I love it. This is like the perfect setup. It's a lot right now. Uh-oh. But honestly, like I've cleared off most of my counters, and this is kind of a lot. So that's a lot of decor, but I kind of love it right now. I could put like a little bushel basket, but I like it on the wood platform, which I also got from the 99-cent store years ago. And it's just feasible. It's clean. If I want to clean the counters, all I have to do is move this little platform out, wipe it down, and then I can get my coffee. And then with my little coffee bar itself, you gotta think outside the box, and maybe just like this was for a planter. I love it. I chose this chevron because there's green in this cutting board. But I do use all of these items every single day. If I don't have a quarter cup of coffee, which I usually do like every other day, then I'll definitely have the tea midday. And now recently I will definitely have it with the dried fruit, which is a really great combo. I really think you should try it, you guys. It's good for you. And I just use my little wooden spoons to get everything out. If I want to be decadent, I'll use chocolate and make a little mini mocha and whip it up with my frother. It is a dream. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please stick around for more videos. I'll be showing the rest of my kitchen and I will be showing you what I've been up to. I've been doing home projects like a barn door in my house, another one, the stairwell, the family room, the living room. So lots of videos to be showing. I'm renovating basically my house again. I've lived here quite a few years, so it's time for a little update, and that's what I've been doing. All on a frugal budget, if not free. Sometimes you have to pay for some things like screws and putty and whatnot. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, and thank you to Kimberly and to Kenya. I will be watching the rest of the playlist, and I hope you all will as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.